same song. All around the world, same song. All around the world, same song. Why squirrels?
Poppin' everybody, it's your boy Rad. I'm here with Reckless, and this is episode 3 of Southside Manor. How's everybody doing today? What's up, Rick? How you doing, bro?
What's poppin', my guy?
Man, been listening to a lot of music lately. Local music, as a matter of fact. You been listening to any local music lately?
I mean, we come from a pretty talented place, man.
Oh, yeah. Louisville got hella talent in here, man.
Yeah, you know, Harlow got popping pretty recently. Then before him, we had Tiller, and Blasian was reaching out. And then we have guys coming from here for many years back. You know, Static Major being one. May he rest in peace. Man, yeah. You know, Smokey DeGlera came popping out at one point in time.
Shit, Smokey DeGlera, man, he held me as a baby. Dead ass. Yeah. Mom and dad and your dad went to high school.
And my mama, too.
Yeah, they all went to high school with him.
I know, man. But, I mean, there's a lot of talent here now. So there's some guys that I like to listen to regularly, you know.
Who are some of them guys? Like, who is in your playlist on the daily that you try to at least give them a chance and be like, man, I need to hear what they got saying, like, you know.
Jordan Jetson is probably my number one right now.
Dude's got hella influence in the city.
That dude is a bad motherfucker. He just dropped that Diva album.
Yeah.
And that shit, bang. It's good. I like him a lot. Whenever I hear Snotty on the track, it makes me happy. That dude's so good. Hella from the East End.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I didn't really learn much about the local music scene, though, until years ago when Dope 16 was a big thing.
Dude, I remember that was on. You were actually in a video on Dope 16. I wish that motherfucker would resurface.
We don't talk about that.
I wish that would resurface because everybody would talk so much shit.
We don't talk about that, my guy. That was early on in my rapping career.
Man, that was dope, though. I mean, you were up there with all the heavyweight type shit. You was at least in the video. You at least went bar for bar with a motherfucker on there. And I'm sorry, his shit was trash. Everybody talk about how yours was.
My shit wasn't good.
It was better than his. Your bars actually made sense.
I mean,
this motherfucker was talking about.
Freestyle,
he just basically made fat jokes the whole time.
Yep. He's a white guy.
You should have been making like Suboxone jokes.
He is a white guy that I forget the dude's name, but he came from Chicago.
Yeah.
And he's a white guy that liked to use the N-word.
Yeah.
And the crowd fucked with it because they knew who he was. I was a no-name. I came completely unprepared because I was over cocky. I had one person tell me too many times that I had potential, and I thought that was good.
Yeah.
And no, dude, that is almost 9 years ago. That is 9 years ago that you mentioned that.
Yeah, we was in high school. Yeah. I was a sophomore. You was a junior, I think.
No, I was a senior.
You was a senior.
I was a senior.
You might have been going into 2011 then. I might have been a junior.
Yeah, man. I was a senior. Because it was early 2011. I think that late 2010, early 2011. Late 2010.
It was wintertime. Yeah, it was wintertime.
It was in October that it happened. I remember that, man, for sure. That is a long time ago. We don't talk about that.
Don't be getting embarrassed, man. Everybody comes from somewhere.
That was just one shade of my music career that I tend to leave alone. But I think that's because I've grown past it.
See,
I know, I'll ice some shit now if I really, really want to.
See, when you look at that shit with regret, when I was about that age, that was when I loved music the most. That's when me and Dad were doing shows every other weekend at bars and shit.
I loved battle rap more than music, but as I got older and I started to deal with my own shit, music is what saved me. And I came away from battle rap and turned into more of a lyricist.
See, I wish motherfuckers that do battle rap would actually do some songs.
Well, a lot of times, battle rappers are actual artists. They just use battle rap as a platform to promote who they are.
Here's my thing. Some of the most famous ones, like the motherfuckers from Wild Now. Can you name a Conceited song?
No, I know he can rap,
or a Hitman Holla song?
Hitman's got tapes. I just don't listen to them.
I love the way that they flow and shit, but I want to hear what they can write and what they can perform. Just coming off the top of the head only goes so far for me, man.
So who do you listen to locally?
Man, I've been listening to a lot of my homie Jordan. He goes by J. King. Dude is probably the most, in my opinion, most underrated person in the city. The only reason that I don't think he's blown up to the level he deserves is because he doesn't do a lot of performances. If he did more shows and got more experience under his belt like that, I think he would blow up because dude has major talent. He's got so much of a catalog of music. I think he's got about 10, 12 tapes right now. 2 actual albums.
I'll tell you somebody else that really comes to mind when I think local. He's not really local because he's from Indiana, but it'd be Cash Gordon.
Oh yeah,
Cash
that's the homie.
He's come such a long way.
That's the homie, man.
As an artist,
Me and dude used to work at White Castle together. Dude's a solid dude, man. He recorded a couple songs for me. Wise Crooks, IDU. He's another person that slept on big time. He's always traveling too, man. He's always like going to Vegas and shit.
Well, it's like I've noticed he's really, really good. Path.
Oh yeah, Path's dope. Man.
Path is so dope.
I can't wait to work with dude, man.
Man, we have a homie named Zayla that's about to move to LA in like a week.
Yeah.
But that fucker's talented too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's super good. My homie K Dubs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, super talented cat. I mean, these are all really talented people.
Can't go without mentioning Trap King Kai. He's a dope
Trap
one.
King Kai's so good.
He's dope. Fucking Dylan McCluskey's dope, man.
Henite Prince is really, really good. Marley Carter. Marley Carter's a really good artist, man. These are all these should be household names. I feel like when it comes to Louisville local music. I mean, but as far as like that's our local stuff. What are you listening to? You know, from the underground and mainstream.
Mainstream, man. It broke my heart. I'm not gonna lie. I love Mac Miller to death. Like everybody talks about Tupac and fucking Biggie and all. Mac Miller was my Tupac. Like I remember listening to dude when he was called Easy Mac back in like 2008, 2009. Like I was, man. My high school life, I listened to him, Wiz Khalifa, Lupe Fiasco, and Childish Gambino when he came around. So that was my go-to. I remember you used to get on me about listening to Gambino all the time. Fucking Heartbeat. Mac Miller was my favorite song by him back in the day was probably that Senior Skip Day. My favorite line that motherfucker ever said. You only get to live life once. So, what the fuck did he say? You only live once in your life, so don't forget to whatever the fuck he said. But anyway, that shit gets me emotional, man. Like that motherfucker had an impact. He was always just trying to make people smile and shit, you know?
Yeah.
And he had a lot of demons that he was dealing with. Like a lot of demons. What about you though, mainstream? What you listen to?
I mean, I listen to a lot of different stuff. NF is probably my big go-to right now. He's definitely my favorite of the creme de la creme, but I listen to a lot of him. MGK just dropped Hotel Diablo last month. That's been in rotation a lot in my spot.
Another person, dude, Juice WRLD. That's one of my go-tos, man. Love Juice WRLD.
I've been listening to a lot more of Juice WRLD. That is the black Post Malone if I've ever seen one.
See, I don't know. I fuck with Post Malone. If they did a song together, you wouldn't think that they were like black and white person. Like, I think Juice WRLD is a way better rapper than he gets credit for.
I don't know, man. Juice WRLD just dropped that Graduation joint where he sampled the Graduation song from when we were kids.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind. I mean, just it blew me wide open.
Have you heard the album him and Future dropped together?
I haven't listened to it.
Man, that motherfucker actually raps on there. There's a song, I Ain't Living Right. That's a dope one. I think that one's got Gunna on it. Realer and Realer's a dope fucking song.
I've been listening to a lot of DaBaby. I think DaBaby's pretty good.
I've never listened to him. I haven't heard nothing from him, but I'm open to listen to it. Like,
I like DaBaby. I like Lil Skies. Lil Skies is pretty good.
Dope.
Post Malone's probably another one of my favorite artists right now, though.
That's hip hop Hank Williams right there.
I mean, like his song Circles is probably my favorite song right now. But I like At Goodbyes with him and Thug.
See, I get a lot of slack because I don't like Thug. I never have. I don't know what it is, bruh. You can't act like you the hardest motherfucker in the room and you wearing a dress and a purse. I'm sorry, I can't. It doesn't sound right to me.
Well, here, let's go ahead and stop you right there. Let's not get it fucked up because I know some dudes who wear a dress and a purse that will shoot your ass. Second of all, I'm not a fan of Thug either. I think Thug is an acquired taste in music.
Dude, I don't like how you can go from one level of just. He can, don't get me wrong, he got talent, like as far as rapping a little bit, singing. Then he does this shit like this, and it fucking loses me. I can't do it. It's just.
But then again, you have your own lane too.
Yeah, you're
like
right.
I listen to a lot of fast spitters like Crypt, Gone, Chase, a bunch of YouTube rappers.
Yeah.
That they're lightning spitters. And you're just like, yeah, I can't fuck with this because I can't understand what the fuck they're saying.
I like being able to bob my head and sing along to shit, and I like being able to memorize lyrics and have replayability. I'm not going to listen to somebody. I'm not going to listen to that. I can't do it.
I like to be able to breathe when I listen to my music, but
here's my thing. I love people like Tech Nine. He's a fast spitter. I can understand what he's saying.
Love Tech.
He's not fumbling over his words. Busta Rhymes, another one. Love, dude. A couple of the people you showed me, dude, it sounds like they're just trying too hard. They're like, man, I ain't never said nothing to nobody. I've been shy my whole fucking life, and now I'm going to get everything out at once on this verse. Like, every fucking song. And I know I'm a hater. I can't help it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but there are some artists though that I listen to that are super underground. They're just super hard.
Yeah.
Screwface Jean
That
is
dude's
probably
dope.
he's probably my favorite underground artist right now. He just remixed Slim Shady. He called it Slime Shady, and he took a shot at Lord Jamar for coming at Marshall.
Lord Jamar is whack as fuck. I'm going to say it again. Whack as fuck.
But the fact,
Sorry. Like, if you got something to say about it, eat my dick. Fuck that dude. If you don't think Eminem is good at rapping, you're fucking retarded, dude.
but the fact that like, no, look at me. All right, we're gonna talk about what he said in a second because I watched the Instagram feed. He says just because white people say he's the GOAT doesn't mean he's the GOAT. It has since he said the black people created rap music, so black people have to be the one that says he's the GOAT.
Here's my
I don't
thing.
believe in that shit.
Here's my thing, bro. It shouldn't be about race. It shouldn't be
No.
white rapper, black rapper. Who is the best rapper? I'm sorry. Nobody is touching that motherfucker. At
Nah,
least
dude.
on some level. Now,
M even tweeted. He goes, it made me laugh so hard. He goes, everybody thinks they want these problems. They don't.
MGK wanted them problems.
Hey, MGK clapped back.
Oh, yeah, I know.
He came back.
I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. Eminem's diss that he came in MGK with was all right. He had some good bars in there, blah, blah, blah. But I'm sorry. I'm fucking with MGK's, bro. Fucking beard's weird. Head ass. Like,
My beard is not weird.
your beard is weird.
My beard is not weird.
I told you earlier, you need to shape that shit up, man.
My beard is not weird. But look,
I think that's just me hating because I ain't got no fucking beard. I got this little shit on the side, don't grow in.
But I mean, when we talk about like, we'll go back to NF, man. NF's probably my favorite artist. NF is turning into my favorite artist of all time. But I think it's because I relate to everything that he puts out.
Oh yeah, he actually talks about his real shit, man. Like, it makes me think of back in the day, like you had problems with suicidal thoughts and shit.
Well, no, they weren't even thoughts, bro. Like, there were days where I would just choke down bottles of pills just because I didn't want to wake back up. And when I would wake up, I would be genuinely disappointed because I was awake. Like, it's fucking real, dude.
Yeah.
Like, the thought of just wanting to go to sleep and never wake up. Like, it's terrifying as I think about it now. And don't get me wrong, I still battle these demons, but at the same time, fuck, like,
Oh, yeah.
what can you possibly be going through? And a lot of times, as I've learned, it's not about what you're going through. Bro, you can have the best life ever. Like, all your bills are paid, your kids are taken care of, you have a woman that loves you or a man that loves you. You're not struggling, but yet you just don't want to be alive.
Well, there's just something missing. There's like sometimes there's a void.
Yeah, like it's a disconnect.
See, back when you were going through that shit, I myself was going through an addiction. I didn't want to be in that addiction. It was something that I was doing in a household that had a situation. I couldn't smoke weed living in that house. But
I mean, when you had your addiction, I think that was more of a way to cope.
well, I was so used to smoking weed all day, every day to help with my anxiety, helping me sleep, helping me keep food down. Like, normally, if I'm got my anxiety going, I start losing weight. I start not eating as much because I'm worried about so much shit. I won't sleep because I'll be up all night thinking, what if this happens? What if this happens? Blah, blah, blah. But when I was living in that house, the owners, they were like, hey, you can't smoke weed here. We got custody of this kid, and everybody in the house gets drug tested, blah, blah, blah. But I can give you some of these Xanaxes. And they had, like, scripts full of fucking Xanax. I was taking at least 3 a day just to function. The most I ever took in a day was about 8 of them.
Well, I mean, like there are people who battle it like worse though too, because you have to think your addiction could have been a hell of a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are people who have to take 3 an hour.
Yeah, there's people that fucking steal shit. There's people... Me and a buddy of mine at work, we talk about it all the time. I used to suck dick for coke. Would you suck dick for some marijuana? Like, you ever seen Half Baked with Dave Chappelle? Man, come on. One of the most classic movies ever. Bob Saget stands up. There's a rehab facility, and Dave Chappelle's up there talking about he's addicted to marijuana. Bob Saget gets up like, this dumb motherfucker, you can't be addicted to marijuana. I'm addicted to coke. I used to suck dick for coke. You ever suck dick for marijuana? He goes, no. Can't say that I have. Boo this man. Man, that was the shit back in the day. But fuck. Like, I wouldn't have gone that far, but back when I was on Xanax, I'd wake up with no money in my pocket. There'd be shit in the bedroom that I'd never seen before that I bought or stole from somebody. Like, I was going through some shit, man. And when I didn't take them, I felt like I was going to die. Like, I would have the shits. I would have almost like seizures where I'd wake up shaking and shit. Like,
I remember my first really bad episode. The one time I had thought that I had gone overboard was I was 16 years old, and I had woke up. It couldn't have been later than 3 in the morning, and it was like I was drunk, except I was completely sober. I woke up. I couldn't see straight. Everything from the ceiling to the walls was on the floor. Just in a spiral. It was like I was in this fucking vortex inside my mind.
Sounds like sleep paralysis almost.
And like I got up to walk, and my hands on my face, rubbing my eyes. Didn't know what the fuck to do. So what I did, I grabbed the nearest bottle of pills that I could. I did not know what they were. I still don't know what they were, but I took as many of them as I could until I went back to sleep. I woke up and I was fine.
Right.
I mean, then there was time where I was 18 and I thought I was a badass. I had a gun.
Yeah.
And I just, in my I don't want to live anymore state, spun that chamber. Said, fuck it, let's go. Here I am. Motherfucker, like, I wasn't doing music, but I was surrounded by music at the time.
Oh yeah, dude.
And as I got older, as I started to associate more with other artists and get deeper into what music really is and started to learn what it was, and I started to grow an appreciation for it, man. It took me away from that place. It saved my life.
It's a way of getting out what you don't know how to get out. Like, there's something in your mind that's got to bother you, and everybody needs a way to cope and express themselves. Because if you just keep that shit bottled up, it just fucking builds and builds and builds, and one day you're either going to snap or you're going to fucking do something harmful to yourself.
Well, yeah, man, we've written songs where I'll write lines, and I'm like, bro, I've always thought this kind of shit, but I never knew how to say it. Like, we have an unreleased track, and one of the lines in that song goes, in and out of broken homes, but they're all the same. Even with your own babies, the shit don't change.
Right.
Like, you start to understand, like, you have a different perspective, of living.
Oh yeah, dude. No lie, I fucking thought that I was gonna be stuck in a rut for a while. I love my parents to death. I love my brothers and my sister. Like, I love them all to death. But man, living with them was a very depressing situation. Like, when I moved back from Indiana, I fucking hated it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, I thought, oh, this is where I'm gonna be forever, But one good thing, like, I met most amazing woman ever. Like, that woman will probably go with me till the day I fucking die. And hey, Mariah, baby, I love you. Kiss the baby. She is the only person, at least that I've been in a relationship with as a woman, that pushes me. She's like, you have to do this, you have to do this. If you don't, you're going to miss it, Even with music, she tells me, like, why not do it? You're going to live with that regret if you don't get it out,
I think one of my biggest issues with relationships was, I was married and still going through that divorce and all this other stuff. And a lot of issues was anytime I'd find a good woman, she would try to love me like that, and I didn't know how to take it. Or by the time I learned how to take that shit, she wasn't ready to do it no more.
Yeah, too late.
So, then as I got older, I learned what I deserved. I learned what I was capable of, what I could offer, what I wasn't going to accept, what I wasn't going to deal with. Because now I'm not afraid to tell a female.
Well, yeah, dude. Now you're at the
deal with your shit.
Now you're at the stage that you know what's out there, basically, kind of. Like, I'm lucky. I'm blessed. I say it every fucking day. I've got a beautiful woman who loves me the same amount I love her. At least, we feel the same way. We're always on top of each other, fucking, like, loving each other. Shit. We always.
I know, it makes me sick.
We go out and do shit for each other.
I mean, I love y'all, though. Don't get me wrong.
Like, people come up to your goals, blah, blah, blah. I've never had anything like that ever. Like, I'll come home and I'll just be happy being home because she's there, my daughter's there. Once my daughter was born, like, nothing else fucking mattered. The only thing that matters is my family. You're in there, and the music. That's it. Music got me out of a funk. Anytime that I've ever needed to get a cheer up, even if I had to listen to it, write something, even listening to beats cheers me up sometime, man.
And there's something about like blasting the track and just drowning the rest of the world out. And sometimes, bro, you gotta fucking throw your hands up on your head and you gotta stare at the floor and you gotta cry a lot.
Oh yeah, I told you, man. I get emotional sometimes. I'll find fucking videos on YouTube just to get that shit out, you know.
Just to feel like I understand. Just to feel human.
Sorry, y'all. There's a wild cough that had just appeared in the studio just now.
We call him a Pikated.
Yeah, Pikated in the studio.
But guys, there's something I want to tell you all, and it's something that I think we both learned over the process of this. You have to live your life like a movie, and you have to stay completely genuine to you. And at the end of the day, your happiness is more important than what anything anybody has to say.
You only get one shot at this, y'all. Live life every day like you want to fucking live.
You may wake up every day and it may seem like you have another chance tomorrow, but the truth is, you don't.
Like, don't live with regret, man. If you want to smoke a joint, smoke that fucking joint. You want to drink a beer. Don't abuse the life, man. Live life in moderation. Be happy. If you love a girl, tell her. If you love your parents, tell them. If you have a problem with something, say that shit.
Maddie Matheson said it best. Celebrities are looked at as if they're perfect. And people ask them what they're doing, and they're supposed to say, oh, I've got this and that going on, but we're people too. And sometimes I just sit at home in my living room and I cry. And I want to go to sleep and I don't want to wake up because you have no idea what I'm dealing with.
Right.
So if you're dealing with something,
get the help you fucking need.
Open up about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The world ain't bad all the time, man.
No, and you're gonna say something to people and they're not gonna know how to handle it. And sometimes if you go to somebody and it feels like they're shrugging it off, it doesn't mean they don't care. It means that they probably just don't know how to deal with it. It takes a special kind of person to help you. And I say that from experience. Being a broken individual, I know what it takes to fix someone. I had a very close friend a couple of years ago come to me, and I was helping her through a really tough time. And she goes, look, I understand, it's like God put us here as an example. He put broken people on earth as an example. To show other people that are going through shit, they don't have to live this way.
Oh, yeah. It can always get worse.
And we use our strengths that we've gathered from our traumatic experiences to help them part from the shit that they go through. And she looks at me, she goes, who's supposed to help us? I said, I think that's why we have each other.
Yeah, true.
It's like you are not going to go through anything that you can't handle. And the thing about fear is, there's nothing to be scared of other than the word itself, because by the time you get to what you were scared of, you're not scared anymore.
Yeah.
What were you scared of to begin with?
Like, we were talking about music earlier. Back when I was about 14, me and my dad got to open up for Lil White one time. We got to open up for Juicy J one time. I was more scared to do this fucking podcast than I was doing that. I don't know what it is. It's almost like an adrenaline rush when you get up on stage. When you're up there, it's almost like you can drown out anything.
Well, it's like that was recording music for me.
Yeah.
This sitting here right now, this came so naturally to me, and I was nervous yesterday thinking about it. But anytime I step in the booth to lay down a verse or to harmonize or whatever, dude, that anxiety doesn't go away. So it's like I definitely understand.
Oh yeah.
All in all, guys, you're one of a kind. You need to stay genuine to you. Like I said, live your life like a movie, because even the greatest movies didn't get sequels.
Well, fuck, man. What J. Cole says, no such thing as a life that's better than yours.
That's true.
Because can't nobody make your life better but you. Can't nobody make your life worse but you. And I truly believe that, man.
And most importantly, no one is responsible for your happiness except for you.
Yeah.
You are more responsible for your happiness than anyone else. When you're going through the shits, when you're stuck in a rut, only you can tell yourself that you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And nobody can take that shit from you. Nobody can take that shit from you. They can tell you that you ain't never gonna make it, you ain't never gonna do this, you ain't never gonna do that. But to be completely fucking honest, bro, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Dude, one day, I'm not even joking, one day I want to go skydiving just to fucking have that idea in my head that, hey, I'm about to fucking die maybe. You know? Like, I don't know if you listen to Bert Kreischer ever. No, listen to me. Bert Kreischer said, this is the only thing. You're going straight to the fucking earth, like thousands of miles per hour. There's not a pill you can take. There's not a fucking workout plan you can do to get back in shape, to make yourself feel better. It's you against the fucking earth, and either you make it or you don't. I have a feeling that would be a really good thing to do, because you can hash anything out going through that. I'm very fucking terrified of it, but, you know, sometimes you got to do shit like that, man.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a reality check.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you're just like, I'm living here and now, and there may not be another moment.
Yeah, exactly.
So I need for here and now to be the most important moment of my life.
Value every fucking day, man. Ever since my daughter was born, I fucking wake up wanting to do shit every day. Like, even if I'm working 12s at work, I still want to come home and watch that movie or write down something I had a thought about. Now we're doing this podcast. Like, that was an idea that we just sparked up, and now it's rolling.
This didn't exist a week ago.
Yeah, exactly.
This did not exist a week ago.
He came to me with an idea of what if we got on there. He had his own videos started to where he would go on there and self-reflect and talk about his thoughts and what's going on. And he's like, what if we just make it something more, man? What if we're already bullshitting all the time? You know, there's people making money doing this shit. Like, then we can meet people along the way, get their experiences, find out what makes them tick. I really want to start interviewing local artists, man, just to see what type of trials and tribulations and struggles they've gone through to get where they're at today.
I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you, though.
Yeah.
You said one thing that really I need to point out. I am not in this for the bag. I am in this to reach a surface that I haven't had a chance to touch.
I'm in this to do something that I love doing, which is talking to my brother, and also meeting people that I'm influenced by is something I want to do. Don't get me wrong, it won't hurt if we get fucking paid in the process.
Shit, I got kids, motherfucker. Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. I would like to make this a job. Like, one day in the future, I would definitely accept a radio job. Like, I could see us doing this, sitting there shooting the shit with people coming in town to perform, playing the music we like, just shooting the shit, man.
Well, man, you know, it's been fun doing this. I think it's about time to wrap it up. For all you sexy individuals out there in the comment section, tell us what you would like to see, what you would like to hear us talk about. And we will touch as many topics as we can. Y'all keep it rad and reckless. We love y'all.
Don't be shy. Keep it tight.